Welcome to the Pengower tutorial. Today we will teach you how to use action scripts for your application. The objectives of this video are to teach you how to create a simple action using Pengower script and to understand the concept of current item and current user. In the previous video, we have created different data record types and we have covered how we can link them together using relationships. We have also created a subgroup of our data record type member by using groups and filters. Now, it would be very helpful to our gym administrators to be able to track communications with its members. This would enable them to record inquiries from and notes relating to individual members. In order for us to do that, quickly go back to the builder and open our previous application. Then let's create a new data record type. Let's call it Note. Then let's choose an icon for it. Click on the Update button. Then click on the Update button again. Let's add a new tab or section. Let's name it Note Details. Click on the Update button. Then let's add a new element or field called Summary. For the type, let's use Text. Then let's make this an essential field. Then click on the Update button. Now for the rendering options. Let's choose percentage width single and put in 50 as its width. Click on the Update button. Let us check the default focus box, which means whenever you display this record section, the cursor will automatically focus on this field. Click on the Update button again. Let's add another field called Details. Choose Text under its type. Click on Update. Then for the rendering options, let's choose Percentage Width Multi. Then let's specify how many lines. Let's put in 5. And then let's put in 50 as its width. Click on the Update button. Then click on the Update button again. Let's add another element called Date Time Created. Under Type, let's choose Date Time. Then click on the Update button. Now for the rendering options, let's choose Read Only. Then take on the Include Time box. Then click on the Update button and click on the Update button again. Let's add another element and let's call it Added By. Then under Type, let's choose Text. Click on the Update button. Then for rendering options, choose Read Only. Click on the Update button. Then click on the Update button again. Let's add a new element called Action Required. Under Type, let's choose Selectable. And let's make this an essential field. Click on the Update button. Then for the rendering options, let's choose Radio. Click on the Update button again. Then on List Items, let's add Yes and No. Click on the Update button, then click on the Update button again. Let's add a new element or field called Attachments. Under Type, let's choose Attachment. Click on the Update button. Now for rendering options, let's choose Standard. Click on the Update button, then click on the Update button again. Lastly, let's add a new element and call it Reference. Under Type, let's choose Auto Generate. Click on the Update button. Then for rendering options, let's choose Sequential. Then for the leading text, let's use NT. Click on the Update button. Then click on the Update button again. We can close the tabs we no longer need. Now, let's go back to our note data record type. Then let's edit its index. Let's add the following to our index: Summary, Reference, Added by, Action required, and Date time. Also, let's add the following to our list display: Summary, Action required, Date time created, Added by, and Reference. Then for the relationship display, let's add Date time, Summary, and Reference. The order of the elements in the relationship display window is used to define the default ordering criteria. Whenever this data record type is searched or displayed in a list in your application. In this case, notes will be first ordered by date and time created, and then alphabetically using the content of the summary element, and then the reference element. Now that we have created a new data record type, let's now create a relationship between the member and the note data record type. Click on Update. Let's go to Relationships. Then let's add a new relationship. Let's name it Member Has Many Notes. On the left of our relationship, let's choose Member. And on the right, let's choose Note. Then let's label our left to right relationship as Member Has Many Notes. Then our right to left relationship as Note belongs to a member. For the relationship cardinality, let's choose one to many, as one member can have many notes, but each note belongs to only one member. Click on the Update button. Now, it will also be very helpful if we know which note is linked to which member. In order to do that, let's go back to the Note Details section of our Note Data record. Then let's add a new element and name it Member. Then under Type, let's choose a relationship. Then choose Note belongs to member. Click on Update. Then go to Rendering Options. Choose Read Only. Click on the Update button. Then click on the Update button once you are done. Now, let's go back to the Note Details section. And let's change the member field position and place it at the top. Once done, click on the Update button. Now, let's go to the Member Data Record type, and let's go to the Basic Member Details section. Let's add another element here and name it Member Notes. Then under Type, let's choose Relationships. Then let's choose Member Has Many Notes as its relationship. And then let's hide this by ticking the hidden box. Click on Update. Then under Rendering Options, let's choose Read Only. Click on the Update button. Then click on the Update button once you're done. Now, let's go to Groups and let's create a new one. Let's name it Member Notes. Under Type, let's choose Note. Then under Filter by Relationship, choose Note belongs to member. Then let's tick the Exclude Delete box. Click on the Update button. Now, let's go to the Basic Member Details section. Then let's add another element and let's name it Notes. Under Type, let's choose Groups. Click on the Update button. Go to Rendering Options and choose Standard. Then put in Member Notes for the group name. Then tick the Include Edit box, click on the Update button, and then click on the Update button again. Let's go back to the Basic Details section and change its position and click on Update. This time, let's click on the Update Application button as well. Now, let's launch our application by going to the Administrator view and by clicking on the Launch View button. Quickly put in your login details and log in. Now, let's open a member record. We should have a list of member notes here, but the list is currently empty, as we haven't added an action yet to add a note to a member record. We should add a button just above the notes list, which will call an action to add a new note to this member record. So let's go back to the Builder and go to Actions and create a new one. Now we will label this action differently from the previous actions we created. You're able to name your actions whatever you choose. However, whenever you are developing applications, it is helpful to follow a set of development guidelines to help other developers and colleagues to understand or to recognize how your application has been put together. In this case, we determine the name of this action using a set of free commanded development guidelines, which can be found on the Pengower Developer Wiki. Now in this case, what we want to do is the button called Add Note. This action is going to sit on a type, so the approach we're going to use is start the action's name with TA, which stands for Type Action. Then the name of the type, which is Member. Then the name of our action, which is Add Note. Now, under Type, let's choose Use Script. To help us identify the use of this action later on, it might be helpful to put in a description like, this action adds a new note from the member record. Then click on the Update button. Let's start creating our script. Click on the Edit Script button. Now, before we start, let's add a comment at the top as a reference for this action script. Let's put in our action name, which is TA Member Add Note. Then put a double / at the beginning. We use the double / to tell our system not to read script line it precedes, as this is just a reference comment for us. Now, let's start writing our code. Let's declare our variable by typing in setMember = current_item, which is the current member we're viewing. Then, setNote = do new object params, type = note, encased in quotation marks. Now you'll remember that on the note data record type, we have an element called member, which is our relationship to the member data record. So let's write setNote member = member. Then we have another field called action required. We want this to be defaulted to no. So let's write setNote action required = no. Next, we also have a field called date time, and we want to set the date to the exact date and time when the note is being created. So let's write setNote date time created = now. Now we want to display the note that we just created on the screen. Let's write output = note. Then I would also want to report a message to say, please complete the note details and save at the top of the note. Let's write report equals sign. Please complete the note details and save. Lastly, whenever we end our script, we write return_OK, which defines the completion of the script. Let's put the action's name as a comment at the end of the script as well. You now have defined an action using Pengower Script. It is a very powerful scripting language and will let you do a lot more on your application. If you want to know more about this, you can visit our Pengower Developer Wiki. Now, click on Save Action to save and then close. Then, click on the Update button. If you ever want to edit your script again, you can do so by clicking on the Edit Script button. Now, it's time to create the element, or in this case, a button that will call the script we just created. So, let's go to the member data record type, and let's go to the Basic Member Details section. Then let's add a new element or button called Add Member Note. Under Type, let's choose Action_Button, then Update. Now under Rendering Options, let's choose Linked Action. Then under the action name, put in TA Member Add Note, which is the action we just created. Click on Update, then click on the Update button again. Let's quickly go back to the Basic Member Details section and let's move the Add Member Note action just above Notes. Click on the Update button. Then let's click on the Update Application button again and go back to our application. Now, if we go to one of the member record, we can now see a button that says Add Member Note. Let's click on it and add a new note. You'll notice the report at the top, which is Please complete note details and save. Also, you will see that it automatically populates the member's name that this note belongs to. You will also notice that the action required is defaulted to No. You can also see the attachment options here that would enable you to download, remove or add documents. Let's fill out the fields. On Summary, we can write Member is inquiring about the schedule for yoga classes. Then on Details, we can write Already explained to the member that we'll be starting the yoga classes in November every Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Now, let's press Save. Now you will notice that the Added By is not populated yet. To do that, we need to associate individual employee records contained within your application. So let's go back to our builder and go to Users Types, then select Administrator. Now we have the ability of associating a user type to an employee data record type in our database. So under Type, let's choose Employee, as we want this user to be associated with one of the employees. Click on the Update button. Then let's go to Users. Then choose Admin from the sidebar. Then under Linked Instance, let's select the employee we want to associate with this user account. This will tell our system who the current logged in user is and will give us the specific employee record type link to this user. Click on the Update button. Now let's go back to Actions and edit the script we previously created. Let's insert a script just before the output _OK line. Let's add a string. Set employee =current_user. This will tell our system who the current logged user. Then, set employee name =employee +employee first name, +sign quotation marks, +sign employee surname. Then, set note, added by, =sign employee name. Then, save action and close. Let's click on the Update Application button, and then let's relaunch our application. Quickly log in to the application using our username and password. Then, let's go to a member's detail and add a new note. If you notice, you can now see that the Added By field is automatically filled out. We now know who created the note. Let's quickly fill this out and save. When we go back to the member details, you can now see the member note we just created. You can also see that the member's note list is ordered by date time created, as we have defined in the relationship display in this data record type. You now have created a simple action script using Pengower Blue, which enabled you to add notes to a member record. In this video, we have only touched briefly on the range of functions that you could use in creating actions using the Pengower script. To find more info about it, please go to our developer wiki, which would give you more details on different scripting functions. To recap, you have now learned how to create a simple action using Pengower script, and have understood the concept of current item and current user. Thank you for listening.